Foggy Bottoms. That's in Washington, D.C. But nonetheless, hello, good morning. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Yes, it is Thursday. Almost there, folks. Almost there. Hello, hola, bonjour, privyet, ni hao. Hello, everyone. Hello. Getting my steps in, folks. Much needed steps. Trust and believe. Much needed steps. Hopefully your Wednesday went well. Hello, Joshua. How are you? How are you? Good seeing you. Good seeing you. First, yes, you're the first. Thanks for hitting the like button. Thanks for hitting the like button. Glad that you're doing great. Glad that you're doing great. Getting these steps in. Getting these steps in. Glad you had a good day yesterday. Mine went pretty well. It was my spend day, so I was out here buying some needed items. Buying some needed items. Because sometimes the items that I buy aren't so much needed, but I try to keep it to the needed items. But yeah, glad to be able to see another day. While I was away from my home, I said, okay, I know if I go back into the house, get started with work, I was not going to come back outside. So here I am getting these steps in, just walking and doing a little bit of talking, mostly walking. Folks are on their way to work. It's a routine day for most. Hopefully it stays that way. And folks out here don't have any issues, complications, problems in the traffic and at the job. This morning I was on YouTube and I watched a video from this young lady, and she had just graduated. I think she said it was December. She had graduated December last year. And she got her bachelor's. I think it was in film and theater. And then it was a minor in something else. I don't know whether it was film related or something else. I don't know. And she talked about her, of course, looking for a job now. She had a job at some adult novelty shop, and maybe that didn't last long. Then I think she mentioned Walmart, and that she worked there, and then she was fired. But yeah, it was a lot. And she is a young adult, and she has a degree. And I think some things within the video started to click with her, that it was possibly not the best degree to get. But nonetheless, she mentioned in her video, that she's been, doing, I guess, DoorDash, those type of jobs, DoorDash, Uber Eats, that type of thing, to get enough money so that she can, buy food each day and do what it is that she needs to do each day. She didn't mention whether she was still living with her parents or not, etc., or rooming or renting with someone. She did not mention that at all. But she was just saying just how hard it is out here getting a job, etc. And she wanted, one of the things that she mentioned in her video was, if you're still in college, to start looking for jobs now. If you're graduating, so many months out, etc. And I don't know whether she mentioned anything about, because at some point I was moving around doing stuff, whether she mentioned about making sure that we get a degree that is going to work for us. Goodness knows that we're putting the money out for 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. We want to make sure we get a degree that we can more or less readily use after we get done with it. That in my brain, at the age that I am, makes sense to me. But it is what it is. People, when you're 16, 17, 18, and you get hooked onto something. I'm going to follow my passion, and if your passion doesn't make you money readily after you get out of college because you went into the area that was your passion, and here you find yourself. And I get it because I had a kid, and sometimes you can't tell them anything. And they have to realize, things for themselves. But I'm just thinking, was there anyone to tell her that this is not the way to go with a film degree? I don't know. In my brain, I don't know. I would have to think about it a little bit more, but just right off the top of my head, in my brain, that type of thing works for children whose family is in that field already, established, getting themselves established. They know folks, all this other stuff. Connections is what it is, or connects, as the young folks say, is going to be where it's at. Just right off the top, I don't know. There may be other things. Or you've been in, ballet, tap, dance, jazz, and all this stuff your whole life, etc. And it is definitely just something you want to do. And you know that the possibility of your readily getting a job in that particular area is slim to none. And that could be based on location or just in general. In my brain, just in general, it's going to be slim to none. Or unless you go to a place where you can go and get jobs in that particular area. You can start from the ground and build your way up if that is your passion. And this is all I want to do, all I ever wanted to do my whole life. If that is the type of thing, then go for it. But it's going to take you some money to get and do those things also into after you get your degree. If you need to move all the way to California, and I get it, there are other places where where they're filming stuff, etc. But I think most of it is originating out of California for the U.S. and maybe the other countries. I don't know. So you have to be mindful about that. It's going to cost and take money to do that. And in the video that I was watching, off and on, because I was moving around, had stuff to do, she mentioned that her dad was always talking to her about, saving money, having, emergency fund and all that stuff. She mentioned to the folks, make sure you have some money saved up, have emergency savings. She said she did have some that sustained her for a bit, etc. But here we are, here she is. So it was good that she listened to her dad. I don't know when that listening to that particular thing happened. Hello, Delta Swiss, how are you? How are you? Just walking and talking and morning chat, random chat about a whole host of things. It's what I do over here, and of course on this channel, I talk about budgeting, cash stuffing. You can go and check out the videos. But yeah, just morning chat while I get my exercise, my walking in, and just talking about random topics that I see that's happening in and out of the culture and politics, education. It could be anything, mental health, all those things, and they could all be wrapped up in one video. But yes, back to the saving and the emergency fund. She did mention, like I said, that her dad told her about these things to make sure that she had savings and all of that good stuff. So that was a good thing. And I don't know when it clicked for the young lady that she should do this, but she did mention that she had some savings, etc. But yeah, we have to be mindful with regards to the money that we either borrow, the student loans that we're taking out, if that is the only way that we're going to see our way through college, is taking out these student loans. And of course, knowing that we have to pay them back, we want to make sure that what you get your degree in is going to be worth it. And I'm not saying go into a field, especially where you're interacting with the public, and that's pretty much every job, but you don't want to be a nurse and then, you don't like people, don't like helping people, etc. Not that type of thing. But got to look out. Whew. Hello, CJ, GTA. How are you? Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. I do appreciate it. You don't want to throw good money after bad. You don't want you don't want it to be at the end of the 4 years you're not able to get a job or get a job readily, that's going to start messing with your mental health. And then your peers that were in college with you, if they did other degree fields and they got a job and you don't, you're looking at them and then you're looking at yourself. It can really play a mind or a trick on your brain, your mind, and now your mental health is going to be in focus and it's going to become something for you. And I get it, it starts out small, but then as time goes on and you don't see yourself making progress with getting a job or anything else that you decide is going to be progress for you, because now you're in a pool of everyone in the world, literally, competing for all the jobs that you are trying to get. It's going to be really interesting. It's going to be interesting, folks. We have to be strategic in our planning, And yes, it's possible that you can get a degree in one field and then go and do something totally different. Yes, it happens all the time. So we have to explore that because we need to make money, to buy food, to shelter, etc. So it's nothing. Hello, Bare Bones. How are you? How are you? I know I go and check out your video games, your gaming channel. Thanks for being here. I do appreciate it. What time is it there in the UK? Oh. Whew. Just a lot. But yeah, the mental health part, we have to be mindful of that constantly, every day, about our mental health. Back to what I was saying, you're working in a total different area than what your degree is in. Happens all the time, folks, happens all the time. And people nowadays change jobs numerous times, and most people don't stay at a job like they did in the olden days. So it's not problematic. But now you have to learn all the things you need to do with regards to your resume to make sure, I guess, there aren't any gaps, or be able to explain away the gaps that makes sense to the person that you're looking at that's going to be hiring you, etc. And don't forget, you can always try to start up your own deal, or if you want to, do some of the side hustles like Uber, DoorDash, all that type of thing, whatever. Make that your main focus, etc. You're young, you have a car, you're able to pay the car note if there is one, car insurance, etc. And you want to do that, then make that your deal if you're going to be doing it forever, ever, and ever. Not forever, but for a while. Hello, Heather. How are you? How are you? Thanks so much for letting them know, Heather. Thanks so much for letting them know where they can like the video, where they can like the live. Whew. Oh, I'm getting winded. Can you tell it's been a minute? Yes. Whew. How are things going with you, Heather? How are things going with you if you're still here? I get it. People are getting ready for work, getting their kids together for school, etc. Out here in this traffic. But hopefully things are going well for you all. Another thing that I've been hearing about is skills. And I was going to do a silent live this morning with regards to that skill set. I am hearing a lot, and not to say that it's true, but for the folks that are out here, etc. It's always been, when I was coming along, experience. What experience do you have? What experience do you have? Just like in the, not sure how true it is now, but in the CNA, they want you to have some experience. You just got out of taking your CNA course, etc. You passed it. You got licensed by your particular state if there is a requirement. But when you apply for jobs in that particular field, they want you to have experience. Well, this is your first foray into that particular field, so there isn't going to be any experience. So it can be kind of difficult.